Friday. God damn, it's Friday. Holy crow. What is going on outside? Listen, the way the sky is blue right now. Gotta be outside. I understand we inside right now, so we're going to spend about 2 hours or less. And we're going to be talking about that hip hop, right? But I just got to say this now, like, the way it's blue outside, gotta touch grass. I'm just saying. You gotta touch grass. Nam has been doing a lot of promo recently. I think we can expect new stuff from him very soon. Hey, I'm here for it. You know? Always down for some overseas rap, you know what I'm saying? I'm always down for that. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Welcome back to the Flex My Network. Tap in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing great today. TGIF indeed. Thank God it's Friday. You know, we made it through another week. We here. Weekend. Locked in. Next up. You know. Shout out to all the people if you're at work. Keep doing what you got to do. You need that bread. Bills got to be paid. You know. To anybody at home resting, get your rest. You know. Shout out to everybody though, for sure. So we got some things to talk about. We saw David get arrested last night or evening in California, so we're gonna talk about that. There's an explosion in Toronto, so we're gonna talk about that. An explosion in Toronto is crazy. I hope the video's worth it, bro. Like, what else you gonna film for? It's for a music video. So I pray to God it's worth it. Because as far as I see it, when it comes to everything coming from Aubrey, now we're dealing with theatrics. And now you're trying to tease people with the antics and the theatrics that you be doing throughout the city. First was in City Hall, shooting a music video. Now you setting off bombs. Like, this is bombs over Baghdad for real. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I hope it's worth it. Iceman did not drop. So he did not capitalize on his moment. That's another thing. But I hope all this worth it, because this is the kind of things you should keep quiet. Honestly. Now, you can't hide an explosion at that level. But at the same time, why do you need an explosion at that level? Like... But these are the things we're going to be talking about for today. So we got a pretty lineup. You know, we got some things, you know. So I think we should start with David. I think you should start with David for sure. I know the Ville dropped the video, but that one dude, Get Like Prince. Actually, now that I think about it, I think we should tap in with Ville for that video, to be honest, because I trust that source more than the other dude. So we're gonna do that. Apparently Ice Spice got attacked in California, so Chig's got the video. We're gonna watch that in a bit. Like, we got a nice lineup. So we got a nice lineup. And then the whole, like, Cameron getting tackled by a wrestler, yeah, I knew that was fake. But yeah, let's start with the Ville. I wanted to get rid of some extra videos that I had on the side for myself, because I'm not going to have the time to watch that. So let's over to the Ville's channel. We might as well do these back to back, to be honest. You know, not a lot of people watching the David video, funny enough.
Now, this is the best news that I heard all day.
So not a lot of people watching the David video, but I'm still going to be here down watching this shit, so. Make sure y'all get y'all drink. I got my drink. Shout out. I don't even know why I said shout out, but I got my drink from Tim Hortons. You know, if you get the quencher, yeah, that's the cup for it, right? You go to Tim Hortons, you get I got the peach tea lemonade quencher. It's just like water and syrup. if we're gonna be real, it's water and syrup just shaken up in juice form. Like, you know how you had, like, the frozen cans of juice? Discontinued, by the way. But when you have the frozen cans of juice, Bro, that's like damn near all syrup. And then you put it into a jug, and then you fill it with water, and you stir it around. Like, that's like frozen syrup in a sense. So it's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm gonna record this one. Because I think even though like it's not really that hot, it's still important to talk about this and upload this one for sure. You got rum punch? Rotted. I'm gonna need some punch, you know. Jesus. I don't want sound check, but I gotta do some prep and put my tunes together. Hey, that's what's up. Getting that work done. So let me go ahead and get the chat on my phone, then we're gonna get started. Oh, I gotta make a purchase off of Shein. This is gonna be like my first purchase because I don't really be doing a lot of orange squash. Is wild. All right, I got the chat on my phone. We good. Let me just rope this around. We're gonna park it right there. All right, boom. That dirty ass, freaky ass, human chopping up having ass dude got arrested. It's about damn time. Apparently, what took them so long to finally make their arrest is that the fact that Celeste was chopped up oh so finely, it was hard to prove who did what, because you gotta run forensics on every body part. Like, the body's not together. The body is cut up like oxtail. You know what I'm saying? Well, not literally like oxtail, but like her body's cut up. So that's the reason why it took so long to prove that David did this. So all of us ask like, yo, literally it's right there. Like, that's cool that we figured it out, but we need to make sure that they can figure it out too. So they need to test their intelligence as well. But it looks like they did the job. The job is done for sure. David is arrested. I want that man under the jail. You sick, dirty, you wicked you this. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and dive in. I'm not going to even do an intro. I'm not even going to give this nigga the time of day. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Let's go ahead and get started with this one right here. Let's go. What am I doing with my hand? Anyway, let's go.
Now, this is the best news that I heard all day. It looks like David has finally been arrested in connection to the unaliving of Celeste Rivas. It has finally been announced that he is going in and getting booked, and it looks like there is no bail for him. Finally, after 7 months of this going on. And the last time that I talked about this, one thing that I said was, how can everybody know what's going on? How can the internet put all of these things together and the police still not put David in handcuffs? He has been free for so long. It is ridiculous. And I understand cops have to do their investigation. But when you think about the Pooh Shiesty situation, they locked him up 3 months after the crime. David was still out here running around despite all of the horrible, disgusting things that he did to Celeste. I mean, I'm just so glad that he's finally locked up, because a person like this and the accusations that he's facing are so horrifying that he does not deserve to be out here at all. Now, the LA News has talked about this, and they give us more details about his arrest.
We have some breaking news right now in a case that NBC4 investigates has been following for the past 7 months. Indie singer David has just been arrested in connection with a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas.
NBC4 first broke this story back in September when the teen's decomposed body was found in the front truck of a Tesla registered to David. The car had been impounded at a tow yard in LA after someone reported it abandoned there.
I mean, completely disgusting, bro. The details are so horrible. I don't want to go over them again. We know this story. It's been going on for 7 months. I talked about it on this channel when it first happened, and I wasn't going to talk about it again until he finally got arrested. But finally, we can see justice happen today.
In Hollywood Hills. NBC4's Eric Litta joins us live from the newsroom. Eric.
Hi, Michael and Colleen. Yeah, this is something that the police department and the LA County District Attorney's Office have been working on for months, trying to put together what they believe was a compelling case and enough evidence to prove that they believe David, known as legally as David Burke, is responsible for Celeste Rivas's murder. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, our contacts there, detectives from the LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division arrested David, 21 years old, here in California today. He's expected to be held with no bail and make an initial appearance in court on Monday morning on that murder charge.
Good, bro. I mean, god damn, it took too freaking long for them to arrest this guy, man. It took too long, and I'm happy that he got locked up and didn't run away. I'm glad that he wasn't like a flight risk during this time. And to be honest, everybody thought the same thing. They thought that he was going to run away. They thought that he was going to take off, that he wasn't going to try to face these charges. He is a bold individual.
He already tried to run away because, like, when everybody started talking about Girl, the man kept touring. He didn't want to stop the tour to mourn. This man kept touring, kept playing his music, having that weird-ass casket at every stop, talking about, oh, it's an aesthetic. Bro, what are you doing? What's wrong with this guy? Like, there's something mentally ill with dude. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody with, like, any kind of mental illness out there, but at the same time, if you out here doing things like this, bro, me personally, you should get this work. Like, you should be roasted to oblivion. Sorry, like, for you to move like this, bro, the dude cut up a body, gang. He cut up a body. Like, do you understand how ill in the head you need to be to proceed to chop somebody up into numerous parts? Do you understand what kind of mental space you need to be? Nah, bro. That's crazy to me. I'm good. Nah, you get this work from me. I don't care.
To think that he could get away with this crime.
As we've been reporting for the last several months, it was Celeste Rivas's remains that were found in 2 bags inside the front trunk of the Tesla that was registered to him. And you'll remember last September, that Tesla was impounded from a street in the Hollywood Hills, fairly close to a rental home where David had been living while he was in Southern California. Rivas, we're told, disappeared sometime probably a year prior to the discovery of her remains in the Tesla. That car had been parked on that side street for weeks before it was impounded and her remains were discovered.
And remember, they found the car while he was on tour. Bro was doing a whole tour while he left her there in the car, left her there to rot. It's fucking disgusting, bro. This guy is a POS, and he deserves everything that is coming to him. I hope they make sure that he gets the full extent of the law, bro. He deserves to be thrown under the jail.
And we also learned from some court filings that they suspect Celeste Rivas died sometime in the spring of 2025.
Crazy.
But again, wasn't discovered until September of 2025.
Disgusting,
she was likely 14 years old at the time of her death. She would have turned 15 years old the day after, we believe, the day after her body was discovered.
And this is the time where everybody found out that the music video came out on her birthday. She was discovered on her birthday. All of these things were connecting to her birth date. And that was disgusting, too. The fact that he could have planned this to go along with these dates, truly disgusting, and makes me feel like this was actually premeditated. And then talking about his alter ego and all this cringe shit, bro. Man, this guy deserves everything that he got coming to him, man.
So the LAPD detectives were looking to discover the evidence.
Yeah, I'm not. Let me tell you something.
Deserves everything that he got coming to him, man.
So the LAPD detectives.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. You know, we're supposed to be respecting people on planet Earth, right? And we're supposed to be respecting people for how they move, for how they step, and just overall character. That's cool and fine and dandy. Me personally, when it comes to a dude right here,
Detectives were.
let me tell you something. Respectfully, to any dude on planet Earth that choose to wear what they want to wear, just gonna end it right there.
We're looking to discover the evidence that would put all of this together. The biggest stumbling block from what we have reported on over the last few months is that it was difficult to determine her cause of death because, without being too grisly here, her remains had decomposed significantly in the months between the time she likely died and the time of the discovery.
Horrible.
We'll continue to follow all of the developments this afternoon. But again, bro. David in custody with the LAPD, and we expect to learn more about the criminal charges shortly. Back to you guys.
Make sure you do them dirty, bruh. Make sure you do them dirty, on God.
An accomplice or a number of accomplices. Do we know anything about that yet?
Right. We heard from some of our contacts that were connected with this case that there was a suspicion that because of the way things had happened and the things that were discovered right after the discovery of her remains, that the detectives believed somebody else probably.
What's good, Tiff? Now, I don't know who you shouting out. But I see you in the chat, so what's up? Who the hell is DJ Soul Glow? Let me tell you something. That's not me.
Assisted. As far as we know, the only arrest today is the singer himself, but certainly remains a possibility that others could be implicated.
Whoever else is involved, they better get arrested right away, bro. They better burn these guys at the stake. I promise you, man. I can't believe that it took this long for him to get arrested. And I told myself the day that he gets arrested, I'll make a video. I'll talk about it again, because I felt like everybody else that was covering the story was dragging it without any confirmation of anything else or any new updates. It was basically them just trying to squeeze the milk out of the story. But I'm glad to announce that he is arrested, and I hope that he does get the full extent of the law. Now, again, in America, innocent until proven guilty. But goddamn, bro, the evidence that people found over the internet is fucking ridiculous. And everybody else that's involved, I hope they get locked up following his arrest. And I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Whoever else was involved in helping him with whatever he did to Celeste is going down too. Without a doubt, he had to have gotten help from somebody. He couldn't have done this alone. He needed to do this with somebody else. And then we talk about all the other things that they found in his home. They find these things to dismember something. They found this incinerator. Like, it was completely ridiculous. The fact that he had left her in a car and then went on tour and started throwing out Labubus was fucking insane to me. This guy is the definition of evil and the definition of a punk. And I hope that he gets treated as such when he goes to jail, bro. They need to throw him under the jail. They need to lock him up and throw away the key and make sure that he never sees the light of day again. Bro, I can't stand this fucking guy. The fact that cops and investigators let him stay out of jail for this long has always been ridiculous to me. I hate the fact that he was even out here. People were saying that he was playing Fortnite, chilling at the crib, while people were looking at this investigation. This is the craziest shit that I've ever seen from police. Like, everybody knows he's involved in the crime. Everybody knows in some way he has something to do with it. But yet he is out here for 7 whole months, never seen a jail cell. That's the part that pissed me off the most. Like I said, Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane, and they took him in 3 months later after it happened. And nobody lost their life in that situation. It's just crazy to see how slow this case was taking. But now, hopefully, after all of this has came out, I'm hoping that the police and the investigators have all their ducks in a row to put this guy away forever. I'm hoping that he gets more than 30 years, more than 50 years. I hope he gets a life sentence. Now we have to wait until Monday to see exactly what's going on with his case, how his case is going to develop. We'll be sure to keep updates with that.
This man literally looks like a villain. Like, what the hell? But like I was saying at the beginning, like, I understand that when it comes down to, like, the, like, whoever's working forensics and all that, like, I get it. Like, the internet doing your job, and then now you got to do your job on top of the internet doing your job. So, like, you got to double check and triple check everything. And then with that, now you got to come out here and then check the body to confirm that dude is the one that has, like, fingerprints on the body parts. That there's motive connected to what you find by yourself. Like, I get that part, but damn, this is ridiculous. Like, this is all of this is just crazy. This is just absolutely crazy. So at this point, Rapaholics. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and watch the whole thing, but I know Rapaholics, towards the end, they have a better wrap up for this whole situation, so I want to go ahead and play that part as well. I don't know the exact time, but we're gonna shoot our shot in the dark and see if we can find the right time to start this video so we can get closure from this side as well, and then we can move on to something else. All right, so we're definitely gonna go ahead and let that happen. Shoot, let's go.
Main target of the murder investigation. At the same time, prosecutors were fighting to force his parents and brother to testify before a California grand jury. His father tried to stop that in court, saying that the process was unfair, but a Texas appeals court sided against the family and said their testimony was important to the case.
Newly unsealed court records in connection to the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez reveal that singer David is now being investigated for her murder. Those documents also provide horrifying new details in this case.
KTLA's Aaron Myers live in our newsroom with more on this breaking story. Aaron.
Court documents made public in the alleged homicide of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez reveal gruesome new details about the death of the teenager, identifying the singer David as the investigation's central target. The documents were made public through Texas appellate proceedings and are tied to the Los Angeles County grand jury murder investigation targeting singer David Burke. Private investigator Steve Fisher posted the documents on his X account. The documents were filed under seal but were made public after the singer's family challenged subpoenas compelling them to testify before a California grand jury. Los Angeles Magazine says the proceedings in Texas weren't sealed, so portions of the California filings were available in the Texas appellate docket. The singer's father, mother, and brother, who live in Texas, were summoned to testify in Los Angeles on February 11th. But David's father filed a petition for writ of habeas corpus, saying the subpoena violated his constitutional due process rights. His lawyers claim he was denied due process because he did not get full, unredacted copies of California certification documents, and that portions establishing why his testimony was material and necessary were withheld, according to Los Angeles Magazine. In the documents, detectives say David and his father have a close relationship. The Texas First Court of Appeals rejected the petition, according to Los Angeles Magazine, telling the family they had until yesterday to file additional appeals.
That's where y'all, like, yo, just think about it, man. They cut girl up. They cut her up well enough for them to put it in 2 bags. How the hell you portioning up a little girl, bro? That's crazy. You cut her up and you trying to sell, not sell, but you trying to like bag her like y'all trying to sell some meat. Pause. That's crazy to me. It doesn't make sense. And then you gonna stuff her in a trunk so small? What? Make that part make sense. Bro, dude he needs a jail cell under the jail beside R. Kelly. That's the only way to get justice. That's the only goddamn way to get justice. Put this man under the jail beside R. Kelly in front Diddy. That's the only way you gonna get justice. I'm just saying words. Alright? But for you understand, like, this is ridiculous. So you need to put dude in a ridiculous situation. You gonna portion her up like y'all trying to sell oxtail. That's wild. That's wild. Oh my God.
The Court of Appeal in Texas was very clear in telling David's mother, his father, and his brother that they must appear in front of the grand jury in California. They found that their information would be both material and necessary in terms of this investigation.
As of now, it does not look like anything new was filed in court before the deadline, so David's family may have already testified, according to our legal expert, Allison Treasel.
Now, we don't know for sure if David's parents ended up testifying, but of course, authorities have now pulled together enough evidence, whether through testimonies, investigations, home searches. 5 months after David was reported to be a suspect in this case, 7 months.
This is weird. This is weird, but bro, you couldn't talk about nothing else in your music?
Since Celeste's body was actually found in the trunk of a Tesla that belonged to David, and possibly a full year before her life had actually been taken, it's looking like her family might finally receive the justice they deserve, because David has finally been sent to jail. And the reason why it took so long doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the authorities' lack of evidence that actually pairs David and Celeste together. But instead, it's because, as dark as it is, Celeste's body was found in multiple pieces, making it extremely difficult to understand what the true cause of death was.
See, say that part again. That's what I'm talking about. Good thing I watched this video.
It's because, as dark as it is, Celeste's body was found in multiple pieces, making it extremely difficult to understand what the true cause of death was. Before they tie someone to a murder case, they gotta figure out what the intention behind that person's passing truly was. And it looks like they're closer than ever to discovering that in the case of Celeste.
Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas.
Bro, every time they show girl's face, I just get confused. And I get confused. And I get confused. What did she do to you? Not even that. Like, what were you thinking to do something like that to her? The girl's underage, not even 16. And you said you want to get like a hacksaw. Is that what they use, a hacksaw? And then you going to proceed to slice her up. Like, I don't understand people nowadays, bro. And they don't want you to throw around the word mental health and all that, bro. Like, nah, this is ridiculous. There might be some mental health shit going on here, bro. You got to put this man in a straitjacket.
Burke is being held without bail. The case will be presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old.
Well, Mark and Michelle, yeah, sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to...
Respectfully, and I'm not trying to say this in a wrong way, I don't like seeing her face. I'm getting, like, contact PTSD just by looking at her face. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm not trying to, like, disrespect her, the family, nothing. But, like, just the thought of looking at pictures of her looking like that, and then it's revealed that she's dismembered, that she's in pieces. I don't want her face in my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to sleep at night.
To gather and put together, and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a filing decision on Monday. This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the case had gone to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks. This was not from that. We are told that this is evidence that they have been compiling going back to when her body was found last September, that now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
And so a lot of people wondering, you know, so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but...
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And there was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, you know, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
We also know David, as many entertainers do, had an entourage of people around him at times. I know some other individuals have been considered as drivers of this vehicle or either around. Any information on possibly how this could impact other people that David was around that also may have been around Celeste Rivas?
Michelle, we don't know yet, and if there are any other arrests that are going to be coming in this case. We know that there were a number of witnesses who came and testified in front of the grand jury, again, that this was not an indictment, that this is probable cause that the LAPD put together and moved forward on. But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury. So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
So there you have it. It seems like after 7 months, authorities have finally connected these dots and will expose the truth behind the connection between both David and Celeste, and how and why David may have ended up taking this 14-year-old's life.
Yeah, no, I hope. Well, of course, they got to go through, like, the whole, like, he's arrested now, so, like, we need to see him charged. But at that point, I don't think we need to make a video for that. This should be the last time we should be ever talking about this at all. When he's charged, when he's in jail, cool. I don't need to make a video about that personally. They have him. All you got to do is finish the job. That's it. That's what y'all got to focus on. You have him in your hands. Finish the job. Put that man in prison for life. That's it. I don't need to make a video when he's in jail. He's arrested. This is the last time I need to be hearing about dude, period. I don't like seeing his face. I don't like seeing her face for the fact that she's not even together. That's the part that's messed up. That's why I don't want to look at her face. Because that face or that head is probably not connected to the rest of the body. That's crazy. I'm good. I don't need to have that image in my head. This should be the last time we should be talking about Celeste and dude. That's it. I can't do this no more, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Get this dude out of here. Get him out of here. God damn, bro. Psycho, weirdo. Friggin' nah, bro. I don't like that. Tiff, we're going to be talking about that after the explosion. So we're going to talk about that explosion in Toronto. Because, trust me, I woke up to news reports about it. And then I went straight back to sleep because I'm like, man, let me just not.
Drake is working on the new.
Yeah, we gonna go to the Ville. We gonna go to the source. All right, this is gonna be the second video for today. Gonna be live for about 2 hours. I want to make sure not only I'm enjoying this weather, but if you have good weather around you, I want you to at least crack open a window and enjoy that weather, because we got good weather today. TGIF, so we enjoyed that Friday. You see what I'm saying? I know I gotta wash clothes and everything. It's clothes washing day, but hey, I'm gonna step outside a little bit, you know, soak up the rays, check out the blue skies, and just sit back and catch a vibe, you know. So with that being said, let's get into video number 2. We're gonna be talking about some sort of music video shoot and some sort of explosion, and then what's going on with that. All right, so let me hit this record button. Lightwalker dropped the dope video. It's actually on my list. King Hammer, that video is on my list, so we're probably going to check that out maybe after this one or after the Ice Spice video, but we're going to get to that one, so I'm excited to watch that one for sure. So with that being said, we got the Ville in front of us. We're going to be talking about that bomb that went off in Toronto. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's go ahead and get started and lock in. Listen, y'all know how we do this, man. You know where you at. Let's get started, all right? Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex My Reactions, only on the Flex My Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Drake prepares Project Bot music video possibly aimed at Kendrick Lamar. Tell me what's not new. All this going on. You got court. You got you crying on live streams. You're telling people you're not stressed or you're not phased. But then you're running all over the place on different platforms, letting people know how stressed out you are. And then you're going to come out and talk about, how, oh, you're going to have these PR campaigns running saying, oh, there hasn't been, like, rap's been down since he's been gone. Like, you're trying to paint you as the superhero when you were the super villain that started this whole situation. So let's go ahead and dive in with this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You know where you're at. You know who you tapped in with. This is the Flex Mob Network. You tapped in with the Flex Mob. You already know what's going on. Let's get started.
Drake is working on a new music video, and it looks like he still hasn't let go of this lawsuit. What people are reporting about the music video that he's working on in Toronto is that it goes by the name of Project Bot. And people were aware of this in Toronto after they seen the pyrotechnics pop off near the area by an airport. Drake had also shared an article that talked about the pyrotechnics that he used because of how much of a disturbance it had caused to the people in the area. People didn't really even know what it was and were getting shook when they saw it. But Drake has took to Instagram to claim that he's responsible for it. He shared other pictures on Instagram besides the article, showing that he is the one that is responsible for this pyro. So it's something that is in a controlled environment. It wasn't nothing that was real. It was just special effects. So everybody in Toronto that was freaking out, just know that this is special effects. This is not real. And this is all part of a music video that Drake is working on. But the real problem is the name of the video itself, Project Bot. You got to be kidding me. And just to be 100% sure, people had shared the paperwork related to these effects. It says here, filming notification, Project Bot, delivery date, April 12th to April 13th, 2026, to the residents and business in the vicinity of Downsview Park and the surrounding area. We will be filming exterior scenes involving pyrotechnic special effects in the marked area. Thursday, April 16, 2026, between the hours of 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. Friday, April 17th. The pyrotechnic event will be occurring after 6 p.m. and should be completed by 11 p.m. Associated dates are as follow. Our production vehicles and various pieces of film equipment will be located on private properties. All of our filming and related activities are undertaken under authority and approval of the City of Toronto Film. Any intermittent traffic stoppage control will be conducted under the safe supervision of Toronto Police Service. On behalf of the production, we thank you for supporting Toronto's vibrant film industry. So this is just confirmation that these special effects are in regards to a music video by the name of Project Bot. And the problem is that if this is a music video that Drake is working on, I can only imagine he is trying to bring up the things that he brought up in court, the same things that got dismissed in court. And I feel like this is going to get bad for Drake, because if he thinks that he could come out and try to diss Kendrick Lamar by calling him a bot, it's not going to go good for him at all, bro. Can't believe he's still trying.
But that was already dismissed. So how are we back at square one? Are you really waiting for your appeal to be approved for you to talk about this? You're trying to line up your album rollout with some court documents? Is that what you're trying to do? Because we already been here before. We already talked about this before. We already been through the process. And the process was completed. The claims that you were talking about was dismissed, and now you're trying to appeal it as if the judge is wrong. As if the professionals that were providing the documentation to let you know what hip hop is and what it's about, you're trying to sit there and say they're wrong. Is that not weird? Because to me personally, this is exactly why I start to ask questions and I look at you sideways. You're trying to flip things in your favor as if you can flip it and it's going to work like that. That's not how that works. Like, what about that amicus brief? What about that? Like, you out here trying to fool literally the city of Toronto. Bro, the only reason why it's working because no one's following this. Now you're trying to deliver narratives. I hope all the things you're doing is worth it, because through my eyes, it's not worth it in any kind of way. It's not worth it in any kind of way. And you know for a fact your opponent has another project ready. So this whole 2 years of you being out and your music not flying, your opponent potentially has another project that could fly. I hope what you're doing is worth it, because it looks strange. It looks like desperation. A lot of people not taking it in. A lot of people not clocking it. Bro, you are on your last straw. That's what it looks like you're on right now. You look like you're literally on your last straw and you don't know what else to do after this. So you're trying to put all your ducks together in this basket so you can win at the end of the day. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth it, because all this extra work, aside from actually making good music, it just looks tired. This looks tiring. So why you want to go out and do all this extra work, spend all this extra money, when you should be focusing everything on the music that you make? All you have to do is show your opponent that you can make better music than what you made before. And every avenue that you step in, it doesn't look like you want to achieve that. So why are you doing all this extra work to make yourself look crazy? Is my question. Just make better music. You already experimented with 50 different songs, including features. It didn't work. Find something else to do. You leaning on social media and the antics that comes with it to help push your projects as if it's going to work. Just make better goddamn music, bruh. Your opponent can do it. Why can't you do it? Since you want to sit there and claim you the greatest. Everybody calling you the greatest. Literally everybody and their moms going on the internet letting you know how great you are. So where is that greatness right now? It's like you're not even acting like the greatness exists. That's why I question. That's why I'm looking at things sideways. Because look at the route you're trying to take to get to your destination, and then look where the destination is. It's like right here, but you want to go through the Sahara Desert and come right around to get to your destination. You're doing all extra work. Suing UMG, that's extra work. All these PR campaigns, that's extra work. Just drop a banger. That's it. That's why I ask questions. That's why I'm looking at this crazy. That's why I'm looking at it sideways. You are the one that had the hits. Regardless if it was manufactured or not, you the one that had the hits. What happened to that energy? Like, I want to also make sure that I word it in a way so it's like people here understand what I'm trying to say, or understand what I'm throwing down. Because this not coming from, like, this ain't fiction what I'm talking about. All the reaction channels that we've been watching over this, like, past couple months, this is where we've been getting our information from. And it's not like hearsay or anything like that. This is undeniable information that we're getting from court documents and everything about your actions and the character that you have. That's why I'm asking questions. I want to make it clear for people in Toronto, because I know how people in Toronto are going to start to talk. I'm not pulling things out my head as if this is the Chronicles of Narnia. All right? This ain't the Chamber of Secrets. This ain't no Harry Potter shit. This is encyclopedia shit. I'm pulling this from a source.
To repeat these ridiculous claims. Drake couldn't even win this in court. He had put this in his complaint, and now we're going to hear the same complaint that he made in court in a music video and on a record. You can't make this shit up, bro. He still hasn't given up the fact that he fucking lost, and he's still trying to blame Kendrick and UMG for bots. This guy has constantly been trying to spin a narrative and try to make it seem like they were boosting numbers in favor of Kendrick to try to knock him off the top, which is ridiculous, bro, especially when you know he already went to court about this. and the fact that they had to cook him in court about it too. This is what the judge had said directly after she dismissed the case. It says that the plaintiff argues that both Packer conditions are satisfied because the amended complaint alleges that UMG made indirect payments to a wide array of unknown third parties and also pleads sufficient factual information concerning UMG's scheme, including examples thereof, contemporary reports, as well as UMG past practices. At oral argument, plaintiff, which is Drake, stressed that Not Like Us was the fastest song to reach 300 million streams on Spotify within just 35 days, which plaintiff argues is a sufficient basis for the court to infer that defendant implemented a technique to manipulate stream totals, among other unprecedented tactics, to reach unprecedented rocketing up the streaming chart. However, the judge had said that the court disagrees. To allege that UMG implemented covert practices to manipulate streams of Not Like Us and inflate the recording's perceived popularity, plaintiff relies on tweets by individual users and reporting from fans to allege that UMG utilized covert tactics to manipulate streams of Not Like Us. The court finds plaintiffs' reliance on online comments and reporting insufficient to meet the plausible standard. The experience of a no-name person from a small set of anonymous customer reviews does not add much heft to the complaint. When the case got dismissed, they told Drake straight up, you can't prove what you're saying based upon shit that you see on Twitter and on the internet. You have to come with some factual claim that is going to prove what you're saying is true. Otherwise, you're just coming in court, wasting everybody's time. And now he's going to waste everybody's time again with this bogus-ass music video. Because I'm pretty sure he's just going to repeat everything that he said in court. He's basically going to rap his amended complaint on this fucking song, bro, in this fucking music video. And Drake doesn't want this type of smoke. Because if he makes a song called Project Bot and he takes aim at Kendrick Lamar, it's not going to be no special effects. It ain't going to be no pyrotech. It's going to be the real deal. It's going to be real smoke. And I guarantee you that Drake doesn't want to take that loss again. You're going to make a song called Project Bot. I could only assume you're talking about the lawsuit and Kendrick Lamar. But if you really want to take that loss again, I hope you bring up Kendrick. I really do. Because he's going to show you that you're going to lose all over again, especially with a bullshit claim that you couldn't even prove in court. So now you're going to try to spin it on wax. That is ridiculous, bro. Get your paperwork out of the booth. It says plaintiff's allegations based on what boils down to unreliable online commentary do not form a sufficient factual basis such that there is reasonable expectation that discovery will reveal evidence of illegality. Ultimately, plaintiff fails to provide any facts or circumstances that would make it highly plausible that UMG conducted such covert business tactics. And since he couldn't prove that shit in court, he's going to make a song about it, a music video about it. But if he plans on dissing Kendrick Lamar on this record, bro, I guarantee you that is something that he's not going to want happen. He is going to get washed up all over again. And I can't believe he is taking his oral argument that he made in court and decided to make a music video about it. That is the most craziest shit that I've
allegedly, let's say allegedly,
ever seen. And this is the guy that you want to save hip hop. This is the guy that people are talking about, trying to spin narratives about. This guy is crying on court, and now he's crying on wax about the same shit. And if he brings up Kendrick Lamar, it's going to be real smoke, not no special effects, bro. I'm telling you that right now. It was already reported that Funk Flex had shared one of Drake's unreleased tracks, and it could be the same song that he's getting ready to drop a music video for. It could be this Project Bot or whatever it is. We'll keep it alleged. But we already know that Funk Flex is compromised. We already discussed this and watched the party die. In the song, he says, radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault, and battery. And at the time when the song had came out, a lot of people thought that he was talking about Funk Flex. Well, it looks like Funk Flex has revealed that he's still in Drake's corner no matter what, revealing this unreleased song that could be named Project Bot. Again, pushing propaganda for a check, for a salary. And it's a narrative that he couldn't even verify or prove in court. If Drake wants this type of smoke, I hope he's ready, bro, because there's not going to be no special effects if you piss that one dude off. If you piss Kendrick Lamar off, it's going to go crazy, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all can tell me how you
see. Me personally, I don't think Kendrick gonna respond to all this. Cause what is there to respond to? If you're gonna keep it a beam, If this is the route you want to take, just pray that you don't crash and burn. But a lot of people that does all this extra rah-rah shit usually crash and burn. That's how it goes. This is not something that's changed over time. This is something that's always been happening in history. When you're doing too much, it's going to come back to haunt you. Plain and simple. So I hope, like I said, I hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it, because the way I'm seeing it, none of this is worth it. As a rapper, the things that you can rap about is endless. All you got to do is put the bars together right so that it's appealing for the audience that you have. That's it. The funniest part about Drake's audience is that you can deliver them anything they want and they will accept it with open arms. That's Drake's audience. Drake's audience is a bunch of casual fans that don't know too much about this rap shit. You can feed them whatever you want, and this is what you choose to feed your fans. Your hurt. Last time I checked, especially in therapy, when it comes to hurting people, the whole world gonna get negative. So this is how you want to feed your fans. That's not my prerogative, bro. I'm just here to just ask questions. Why are you doing this? Why you want to go down this route? Why do you want to continue to speak knowing that the things that you're saying is not true? I'm just here to ask questions, man, because it's getting ridiculous right now. I'm going to go and keep it a bean. What's good, Mika? It's getting ridiculous outside, man. And we got all this nice weather, and this is what you want to do with it. Nah, I'm not. I was about to end the video, but now I got to talk again. Let's think about this for a second. What have I been talking about when it comes to the summertime? And what comes with summertime music? What comes with summertime music is you buy the pool. You at a day party with a pool or something. You close to some water and you have nice sun rays bouncing off your skin. You drinking something a little strong but a little sweet at the same time. You're feeling good in this moment. You got a healthy breeze coming across your skin, coming across your face as the heat surrounds you. Look at the picture that's painted with summertime, and then the music that emulates that picture. Regardless if you're looking at any other genre outside of North America, or you're sticking to the genres that we know best within North America, i.e. R&B, rap, house, etc. Look what comes with summertime music. And now with summertime coming up around the corner, and you clearly gearing up for some music videos. So your project's done. Now you're just getting the music videos together. That's how I see it. This is how you want to spend your time, bro. Focus on getting the people moving. Keep making me, well, how'd it go again? Keep making me dance and shake my hands and won't be no threat. Something like that from Euphoria. It's been a minute. I forgot. But you know what I'm talking about. Bro, just make the music that you need to make for the fans that desire to hear from you. Don't make it for them little boys and girls on stream. Because you don't need to focus on them whatsoever. Focus on making some music that's going to make people move and groove. And just get them to enjoy themselves. Because what you're doing, bro, like I said, I pray it's worth it. Because through my eyes, all of this is not worth it at all. It's ridiculous, bro. How you got summertime coming up. We got a preview right now outside of how blue the skies are going to be in the summertime. And look what you're doing with the music, bro. Look at what you're doing with the music. That's so ridiculous. That's crazy to me. What's good, J-Ton? That's so crazy to me, bro. All you got to do is just make good music. Like, God damn. Like, I ain't never seen an artist out here just making the wrong moves. and you keep making the wrong moves. Stop making the wrong moves, man. Damn. We got Lightwalker. All right, so we're going to check out Lightwalker video. Oh, shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 71 likes. That's what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're going to check this out. If you're not familiar with Lightwalker, Lightwalker has been on the consumer group chat numerous times. Toronto native, dropping videos just to engage with the people in the hip-hop community, asking the right questions. Hey, bro, gotta shout out dude, man. If you from Homeland, gotta make sure we shout out Homeland, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna relax, we're gonna give this a nice, healthy watch and listen. So let's not waste no more time. Let's go ahead and get started. Not gonna do a reaction, but we definitely gonna watch for sure. Let's go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Lightwalker X here, just back with another video. Quickly going to discuss what I feel like Kendrick's next move is going to be, album-wise, maybe song-wise, or even features regarding 2026 going into 2027. And now we know Keem just dropped Casino. It's a banger album. I love it personally. I've been replaying it nonstop. And now he's going on tour. But we also see with PG Lang, that's Keem, Dave Free, and Kendrick Lamar, they've been doing these short World Cup ads for the World Cup this summer. And it looks like PG Lang is partnered with Adidas to do these World Cup ads. And this is how Baby Keem was able to do that pop-up performance in LA a few weeks ago to launch the concept of these pop-up ads for PG Lang and the World Cup. So essentially it looks like going into the summer, we're possibly going to be seeing more and more of these ads, and probably when the World Cup is actually on, there may be some sort of collaboration. Now we know there is going to be a World Cup halftime show, and apparently it does look like the final World Cup game will be played at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, so the halftime show will be there. I know some people were kind of confused about where or when it would happen, but it does look like the halftime show will be in New Jersey. Now, the question is, who is going to perform? Now, we know that Coldplay is apparently involved with the performance and will possibly be helping select some of the performers who will be performing, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if it's going to be one artist or it might be maybe a mashup of different artists, maybe different genres. We obviously heard that last year that Drake was rumored to be doing the World Cup show, but I honestly
one of these things is not supposed to be in the picture. One of these things should really get out of here. DJ Khaled, what are you doing here? Forget Gayle King in the middle, because I don't even think she should be here at all. But DJ Khaled, sir, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You should not be here, gang. You get back in the crowd, bro.
You don't think that is going to be the case. I never really thought it would be, to be honest, but I know for a fact that we have seen them build up this concept of this halftime show for the last year, and we should be hearing very soon who will be doing the show. If it's one person or maybe a group or a few different artists, we'll be finding out very soon. My theory is that we have recently found out that through these World Cup ads that PG Lang is doing, a screenshot from one of the ads showcased a keychain, or I think it was like a dog tag. I'll put it up on the screen here so you guys can see. It said DOT and World Cup. Now, it said DOT like DOT, and obviously that could be short form for KDOT, right? So I'm not too sure if this little keychain, this little Easter egg that they're doing here is hinting towards them doing the World Cup halftime performance, which would be insane. Could you imagine, right? Or maybe they're going to be involved with maybe a local performance, because I imagine they're probably going to have maybe like opening musicians throughout the World Cup in some of the different cities, because it is going to be over 3 countries. So for the games that are going to be played in LA, they could possibly be doing something LA themed in California, right? Or, you know, they could actually just do the halftime show with a few other artists. That could actually happen. Now, the thing is, I think Keem's tour goes into the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it either ends right around there or it is going into it around when it starts, because I think World Cup starts June 15th. So I'm not too sure how it would work, but if they end up doing the halftime show, or I should say the final show or whatever you want to call it, that would be more in July. So I think Keem and Kendrick have an open schedule for that. My thing is, some people have theorized that Kendrick Lamar could possibly be dropping another album this year. And I'm not totally against it. I think it could happen. We've seen with GNX, right? That was the hype mainstream album. And Kendrick has a tendency to go back and forth between concepts of mainstream, sounding albums and then conscious sounding albums. So, Mr. Morale was definitely more of the conscious sounding album. And then we went mainstream with GNX. So we're probably going to go back to conscious. Now, I think that Kendrick will probably drop some music this year at some point, in my opinion, but I don't think the album drops until the final quarter of this year. Why? Well, mainly, I think Kendrick doesn't want to stomp on Keem getting some recognition for the Grammys and other awards going into next year. So I don't think he wants to fully conflict with his album release. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the Grammy window ends after August of 2026. So going into the fall, the last 3 to 4 months of the year is when the new window starts. So if anything, I think Kendrick could possibly drop some type of album or sound going towards the end of the year and definitely going into 2027. Now, we know if they end up doing some type of World Cup performance, that is going to be insane. Imagine Kendrick going from the Super Bowl to the World Cup, and then from what we know, he is going to be involved with the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2 years as well. So imagine that run right there. And if Kendrick doesn't end up dropping an album this year, late this year, going into 2027, then for sure I think something is dropping before the Olympics in 2028. So within the next year and a half or so, I definitely suspect another major album from Kendrick Lamar. Now, what could that album be? Now, I definitely think we're going to go down more the conscious lane for whatever this album is. And, as
that's where I disagree, because me personally, and of course this is my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying, I think we're gonna have the kind of album we're gonna get from Kendrick. I think we're gonna get something that's pretty mainstream, just to keep it broad. Reason being is because the time we're in right now, that's the ideal thing to do. That's through my eyes. Conscious rap is definitely important. Don't disagree. But from what I've been noticing in the rap game, not just the industry, but the rap game, conscious rap definitely has its own lane, but that lane needs more time to flourish before Kendrick steps into that. That's how I see it personally. I think we're going to get something pretty mainstream from Kendrick in terms of album soul. Hey, man, I'm just here for it. Like, think about it. If we're going to get a song like Bodies, just think about it. And I'm basing it off the song of Bodies. So Bodies is pretty much like, think about it. When we got, okay, let's step back a little bit. Let's go back to the Not Like Us music video. The Not Like Us music video, we already know, Mustard on the beat, Hope Deep Boat, any rap nigga, he a freak. Yeah, we already know. Right? But in the music video, he previewed Squabble Up. Woke up looking for the broccoli. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. The sound was kind of giving you a preview to what we could have got with GNX, and come to find out, GNX is this kind of album. This is a very heavy LA, very California inspired album. When I look at Bodies, specifically the last 5 seconds of Bodies, like, he gave us the melodic part in the beginning, right, of Bodies. And then the last 5 seconds, beat drop, some crazy just like breakdown kind of beat. And then we already know the lyrics. Like, we can go body for body. I hand you a body, I'm probably a better masseuse. I really don't buy nobody, but they want to buy me if I got to clear out the, like, from that, me personally, that's a mainstream kind of sound right there. It's just so unique that my ears, my brain, my body was not prepared for what I was about to hear, which made me look super crazy. Kendrick is going to body the industry. J-Tom, do you not realize what you just did right there? If not, he's going to make it into tiramisu. J-Tom, do you not realize what you're saying right there, bruh? Do you not see what you're saying? But this is where I have to like depart from where he's coming from, because based on what we've been given, the snippet is the preview to what we could be getting. Squabble Up took us to GNX. Bodies is going to take us to the next Kendrick album. Let's keep going.
As we see more and more events are happening, so much has changed in music since GNX has dropped, and it's going to keep changing. So there's a lot of material that Kendrick has to work with here in terms of what he's going to be discussing on this project. I definitely want something very conscious, but I also want him to really be unhinged and discuss all the things that are going on in the industry since GNX has dropped. I would love to hear his perspective on...
Listen, quickie. I understand a lot of us wants... Okay, check this out. I understand a lot of us wants the Black Hippie album. That Black Hippie album should be the conscious album. The album we're going to get from Kendrick, that's going to be the mainstream album. You see what I'm saying? When you look at Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Mr. Morale, and GNX, each lane was going in its own direction, but through those 5 albums, there wasn't an album that said, let me feed you guys, since everybody's so stressed out. You see what I'm saying? Damn, I might have to make my own video on this, bro. I might have to make my own video. What's next for Kendrick? What's the next album gonna sound like? I might have to do my own. I literally have to do my own, because the way I'm explaining it, like I'm explaining it as if it's like some sort of breakdown kind of video, like, you know what I'm saying? So I might have to do my own. That's actually funny. But like the Black Hippie joint, that should be the conscious album. When you have J-Rock, when you have Schoolboy, when you have Ab-Soul, and then you put them together with Kendrick, that should be your conscious shit. Make that short and make that healthy. That's what you guys can run with. Kendrick needs to focus on what he needs to do for the people. Because remember, he said he makes music to electrify him, or electrify them. Drake make music to pacify them, right? What's good, Judy? Yeah, no, I might have to make my own, because like the way I'm describing this is actually like, this is actually serious. Like, this is actually a serious thing. So, shoot, I might have to spend some time on the weekend or something, drop something on Monday. But yeah, the way I'm seeing it right now, the way I'm analyzing it right now, and it also, the time we're in right now, the way that we're in a hip-hop reset, in a sense, it would make a lot of sense for Kendrick to deliver something mainstream for the majority, because he hasn't really done that specifically, where it's an album just specifically just this. So, hey, if that's what's going to get people to listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, do what you got to do. All right, do what you got to do. I still say to this day, the day everybody wakes up, well, not even just like wake up, but the day people just stop being dumb and they give that album a chance is the day they going to realize that's going to be the greatest album ever. if you want to talk about something that's relatable, Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper is going to relate to a lot of people. A lot of people in this music space. So the day people just like, they just cut out the nonsense they be doing and they give that album a chance, oh, it's going to change a lot of hearts. It's going to change a lot of hearts. So the way you have time melting and not burning your ears with garbage, I hear you, don't kill me. Kendrick is a menace, facts. The bar in Euphoria brings all of diss songs together. He makes me use the pacified. Oh, I'm sick. But yeah, man, like, I think we're gonna get a mainstream album from Kendrick for sure, just based on what we heard off of Bodies. Like with the unique way to use melodic rap, and then to give us the rap people want. Yeah, nah, it's got to be mainstream. It's crazy how relatable the album is. Facts. I'm sorry, but Mr. Morale isn't the best album, Connor. That day when you realize the things you've been going through in life are emulated throughout the Mr. Morale album, that's when that album's going to hit different, bro. I guarantee you.
All these crazy things that are going on and the state of hip hop, right? I think that would be very, very cool for him to touch on in a conscious, unhinged way, as we know he truly does when he is fully in his rapping bag. So I'm super looking forward to that. My thing is that I'm kind of half and half on what his next project may be outside of his movie that we also know is coming out. Like, this is a crazy run, guys. Just taking all the things that he has lined up. But I also strongly believe that we're probably going to get some type of PG Lang tape. Now, I don't know what it is, right? I honestly don't know what it could be. But I think that we might hear some type of PG Lang project, whether it's Kendrick and Keem doing a duo album with other artists, or it's just like Kendrick kind of doing what he did with the Black Panther album and getting a whole bunch of other artists on it. I think that is something that we could see happen next, because we do have Melodic Blue and Mr. Morale technically as like the first kind of PG Lang type projects. And then Casino and GNX are like the full on like major PG Lang projects that we've gotten from this label. So now I think after doing 2 albums each, I think it would be nice for them to come together to either do some type of collaboration album, or they do some type of tape where they get a whole bunch of other artists and they kind of create the sound they want to on the project. Now, why do I think this? Why do I feel certain that Kendrick will be back outside again with some type of sound outside of features and stuff like that? Well, if you guys don't remember, there was that leak back in 2025 where Tourism Malaysia had their calendar information leaked, and it actually showcased Kendrick Lamar having a scheduled show to perform in Kuala Lumpur in late October 2026. Now, we don't know the exact day or the exact venue. If I'm not mistaken, it might be the National Hockey Stadium, but it could possibly change. But it looks like Kendrick has a Malaysia show booked for the final quarter of the year. So I honestly think we will probably see some type of Kendrick sound relating to maybe an album for him or PG Lang. Because imagine now if there's like a PG Lang.
See, with information like this, I have to sit here and wonder, are we gonna get a Kendrick album in the late summer or early spring? Or sorry, not spring, but early fall? When I look at a date like October 2026, are we going to get a late Kendrick album in August, or are we going to get it in September? Hey, bro, these are questions, man. These are the right questions we're asking.
Stadium tour, right? And if they end up doing some type of PG Lang project, I still think that Kendrick's solo album will probably come next year or 2028. And that's more than enough to ride off into the new year, 2027, with, you know, a collab album like that with him and Keem and a few other artists. Now, that would be crazy. But at least we know Kendrick is going to be in Malaysia late this year. And I don't really expect him to continue the GNX era. I could be wrong, right? Obviously, we never know. Maybe he finally drops a deluxe for it or something. Who knows, right? But I don't think
he don't do the same thing twice like that, bro. Based on the history we have with Kendrick, he don't be doing it twice like that. Like, it doesn't make sense how GNX came out in 2024 in 2026 or 2027, you want the deluxe? Y'all gonna have that. Get rid of the deluxe rumors. Let it go. Let go of the deluxe rumors. It makes 0 sense to have a deluxe to an album like that. GNX seized a moment in time. You cannot re-seize a moment in time, especially for what that album did for LA. You gotta let that go. We're getting a new album. That's it. Get rid of the deluxe talk. No more deluxe talk. Let that die. We're already 2 years out. A year and a half, technically. Let it go. Trust me. Me personally, I don't even want to hear a GNX Part 2 at all. I want to hear something new. And that's exactly what Bodies is. It's going to be leading us into something new.
That era is going to continue. It looks like it's probably going to be a new era, right? And if they do perform at the World Cup, if Kendrick does do a couple other features with some artists this year, or, you know, he does do another performance with someone else, he comes out with someone else, or he's featured on someone else's album, I definitely think at some point at the end of 2026, we're going to see Kendrick Lamar back outside in some type of capacity, right? We already see Drake is doing his Iceman. We know that's probably going to be coming soon if it really does drop. He did just shoot a music video with some Oppenheimer type explosions in Toronto just last night. Yes, that was crazy. But it looks like he is going to be probably alluding to Kendrick Lamar, obviously, because the song is rumored to be called Project Bot. It should be dedicated to himself, but, you know, obviously it's projection, right? So he's going to be making this probably about Kendrick. So all these types of things, I would love to hear Kendrick's perspective on it, because, you know, a lot of people have been talking shit, and, you know, he's obviously one of them, and that's probably never going to stop. So, you know, the back and forth war continues, and he asked for a round 2. So if round 2 is another Kendrick album and another stadium tour going into 2027, I'm all for it. And we shall see. So you guys let me know what you think down below. What do you think Kendrick's next move is, and what do you think it should be, right? Let's just kind of come up with some theories. And where do you think PG Lang goes from here? We know we got Keem on tour. Do you think they're going to be performing at the World Cup? Do you think that they could be doing a collaboration tape going into the new year or the end of the year? And what do you think of Kendrick's performing in Malaysia? How do you feel about that? What do you think that's about? And do you think that might be another tour or another set of shows? You guys let me know down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Hit the bell for notifications. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed and stay tuned.
That's what I'm talking about. See, I don't like Twitter, bro. I just got a notification talking about I just got word Iceman is completed as a tweet notification. I don't even follow these dudes. I don't follow these guys. How the hell am I getting notifications from people I don't follow on Twitter? That's why I hate Twitter. And y'all think y'all gonna pull me in with y'all weak ass notifications? I'm good. Come on, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yo, W video, man. Lightwalker did his thing with this one. W video gang. This video was dope. Make sure I, do a little shout out comment type situation. Yeah, I might have to actually let me write it down. Let me write it down real quick. I need a pencil. So if the timing is good for me, I'll do my own video on my thoughts on what the next album could be. So let me just go ahead and write that down real quick. So thoughts on the next Kendrick album, 2026, question mark. And we're going to make that video when I got the time to make that video. So I know I'm busy tomorrow. Sunday I should be good to make it. A lot of the points that I made In this video, I'm probably going to expound a little bit more in my own video, just to get my thoughts out there. So expect that to come soon. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope I remember, though. That's the main thing. Because, like, the way I have so many things written down on here, like, I got a lot of things written down. Like, the way I be making notes on notes and how the other pages are full. Like, the other pages are full. My notebook is a notebook on notebooks. You understand me? So, yeah. We say Snow the product. She still exists. It's crazy. Like I said, W video from Lightwalker. This was good, bro. This was good. That was a good watch. Healthy watch, too. You know what I'm saying? So, that's cool. There we go. Kendrick Lamar spotted at Disneyland. Big Zo shares a celebrity story. Oh, that's crazy. Shout out Big Zo. Project Bot possibly aimed at Kendrick. I just watched this, so I can get rid of that. We're going to talk about Ice Spice next. We're going to talk about Ice Spice next, so I know that's going to be fun. Because apparently Ice Spice got snuffed out. Somebody snuck up on Ice Spice. That's crazy. How you going to get caught in a McDonald's? You couldn't get caught in In-N-Out? You in California. What are you doing? Alright, man. Well, with Ice Spice getting a Death Oz, I might as well go ahead and record this one. You know what I'm talking about? I know people like, Ice Spice got in the fight? Girl, where your security? Like, that's the real question. How you gonna let someone creep up on you like that? You ain't got no goddamn security, girl. Where your security at? The heck? Talking about Ice Spice jumped the McDonald's in California after getting pressed. That's crazy to me. Look, we got chicks. Now, I don't really pull up here often, but with a news title like this, god damn it, I gotta pull up. I ain't gonna hold you. So with that being said, let's not waste no more time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Let's go ahead and, wow, words are hard. Let's go ahead and see what happened to Ice Spice. You got creeped up on like Sneeko? That's crazy.
Get ready. You know what to do, Chick. I find him. You know, I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Hey, man, listen. All you celebrities that love to run around solo by yourself with no security, just one or two people. At this point, if you have not learned your lesson from different examples that we see daily of people getting shot.
Yo, Chicks. I'm going to keep it tall with you. You're wrong for this. This is a horrible picture of Ice Spice. You wrong for that.
Getting killed, then you guys are just never going to learn. Somebody please tell me why the fuck was Ice Spice at a random McDonald's with just one person? Now, I hate this for Ice Spice. I hate this for all you Ice Spice fans. However, the bullshit does not discriminate. While she was sitting down eating a Big Mac with a McFlurry, a female gangbanger came up to Ice Spice with the bullshit. Ice Spice got hit with the full court press. Hey, cut, where you from? And to be honest with you guys, she's pretty lucky she did not lose her life. Here's a video.
Yes, nigga, I know that's Ice Spice.
Gas? Ready? Girl. What? Ready for what? Take gas. You take gas? That's what you do, you take gas? Yeah. So go take gas. So you from Cali? So go take gas. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirac. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirac. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald's. I found, well, I'm from Wade. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Why are you from? Where are you from? your motherfucking ass. Wait, calm down, calm down. Mama. Let me fight her. Wait. On your mama. Let me fight her. Let me fight a Why would you want to fight me? Are you a bitch? Calm down. You want to fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch? We get off on anything. Wait. Whoa! Get her ass! Why you trying to fight me? Hey, don't jump her! Hey, don't push him though. Don't push him because he can't hit you the back. Don't push him. Calm down. All right, but calm down.
Now, first off, you can easily tell that this chick and her crew had been watching Ice Spice ever since she came in. As you guys saw in the video,
Ice Spice talking about let me put them tooks up, Nick. Like what? What? Hey. Girl, how you doing? Like
she walked into the McDonald's and walked straight to Ice Spice. She knew exactly where she was sitting. Now, this is where security comes into play. They would have made sure that you got into your car safely. This video...
Hey, real quick, we got a message from Ron, because you know, like, to all the East Coast or New York people, stop coming to LA for real. When y'all come out here, y'all get smoked or get smoked. Is it really worth it to y'all get the police to be your security? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But Ice Spice, girl, how you doing? I didn't know you can swing like that. Got you run up and down tables and shit. Moving furniture, you out in the street. Talking about you gonna swing on her. Girl, how you doing? You want to pull up on stream? Like...
Reminds me of when Krishan Rock went to the hood out there in Cali and somebody sucker punched her. No matter how loved you think you are, you're never actually safe anywhere. Now, apparently the girl that was with her is a friend, Lucy. Lucy, you took a big fat L for letting Ice Spice get anywhere near that whole altercation. You should have been the one getting jumped, not Ice Spice.
Yeah, but Ice Spice didn't have her regular girlies around her. Like, does that look like somebody that's going to defend Ice Spice? Let's keep it tall.
Not the moneymaker. And if I'm Ice Spice watching this video, I'm gonna beat your ass just for letting me get jumped. Every single person in this video takes a big fat L, especially the guy that was trying to fight Ice Spice, which is kind of crazy, which is clearly telling you, bro, let me fight the girl, not you. You're a man. Listen, once again, I'm glad
not Judy coming in with this, she's the king of New York. That's crazy.
Nothing crazy happened to Ice Spice. It was just a little pow-pow. Next time you're out there in Cali or pretty much anywhere, stop being stupid, stop being cheap, stop being hard-headed, and make sure you're moving right, and that's with security.
See, this is when you need to wear a shiesty. Ice Spice should have had a shiesty on. If we're going to keep it tall. And at the same time, Ice Spice, what the hell are you doing sitting down at McDonald's knowing y'all can go back to the hotel room? Go back to your hotel room. Just listen, get in the whip. Go to where you need to go. Use the drive-thru. You out here trying to sit down with the locals. What are you doing? You are Ice Spice. When homegirl pull up to y'all table, think about it like this. When homegirl pull up to y'all table, talking about y'all ready to shake ass, she already knew who you was. She clocked you before y'all even walked in that. So she knew what kind of timing she was on when she pull up on you. She was ready to swing from when she pull up beside your white friend. The smartest thing you could have done is use the drive-thru. Have some sort of mask or shiesty on so nobody knows who the hell you is. You out here in McDonald's with a gray hoodie on thinking that's going to cover your red hair and your face. Everybody knows your face card. Why the hell are you sitting down in McDonald's? And you know McDonald's is not the ideal spot to go to. You should have been in the In-N-Out. I feel like you would have been safer in the In-N-Out, because out there, In-N-Out is day McDonald's. You in a bum scrubs of nowhere. Listen. Ice Spice, the last thing you want is your face card to be compromised. You don't need no black eye or bruises. Take your Take your ass back to the hotel room and be safe in there. You are a celebrity regardless if you like it or not. Act like it.
Your homegirl Lucy is not going to get it done. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of this video? Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Keep it on and use the drive-through. You don't need to be outside. And I ain't gonna lie, I just took in what Ron said because I mentioned the red hair. Think about it. I mentioned the red hair without realizing it's red hair. You're gonna go to a McDonald's in California with red hair? Yo, that's not real. I just took that in. You just took that in. The one place where they don't play about their colors. You gonna pull up with royal red hair. That's crazy to me. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus God. Yo, that is nuts. Oh my God. Nah, you did it. You literally put a target on your head for bulls to come and rush you. Look at the bull coming to pull up on her right now. God damn.
Gas? You ready? Girl. What? Ready for what? Take gas. You take gas? That's what you do, you take gas? Yeah. So go take gas. So you from Cali? So go take gas. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirag. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirag. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald's. I'm from Wade.
Yeah, I'm hearing what she's saying. Oh, I thank God for the audio on this. I'm hearing what she's saying. You can't troll your way through this.
So where you from? I'm from McDonald's.
Did she say she's from McDonald's? No wonder you got swung on.
Where you from? Where you from?
Hold on a sec. Oh, hold on. Let me see you Tarzan and Jane your way through them tables again.
Where you from? Where you from? Where
I just took that in. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Let me back up. Hold on. Hey, yo, that's another thing. I'm literally taking in real time what colors they got on. This girl got red hair. Look at her friend. Look at her friend. The red on her shirt is brighter than her hair. Of course you're going to get jumped. You're not paying attention to your colors. Look at her friend. Look at her friend. She's useless. Yo, her friend is useless. Oh my, look at you out here looking like a victim. Like, what the hell? Oh my God, y'all are dumb as bricks, bro. Y'all are dumb as bricks. Holy shit. God, y'all, red hair, red shirt, and you're not gonna get pressed? Nigga. You can't make this up, gang. Oh my God. She got mushed. That's crazy. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. useless. Useless. What the hell? Yo. Oh my God. Yo. And yo, Ron, real quick. The funniest part. My guy, House of Laughter, Mookie Moods, he's out in California right now. The way we had to lecture him. Don't wear no colors. Don't wear no red. Don't wear no blue. We had to sit down and have, like, Connor was there. Connor can tell you too. We had to sit here and give this man a mini intervention before he got on the plane to go to LA. Don't bring no damn baseball caps. Don't wear no teams on your hat. Wear black. Go get some green. Go get some brown. Don't touch no purple either. Don't touch no purple or both sides gonna get your... Don't do it. We had to lecture this nigga. He's still out there right now. So, Mookie is out in LA right now till the 22nd of April. So he has like over a week or around a week right now. Or actually no, 5 days. It's the 17th. What am I talking about? So he has like 5 days out there before he has to come back, right? So, bro, that's crazy, bro. That color shit is not a joke. No purple or no orange. Facts. But orange when you go to LA, you don't even need to wear orange like that, bro. With all that sunlight, why the hell would you want to wear orange or yellow? Pointless. LA hats is neutral. Not from what I heard. We told them, yo, wear blank hats. Go get a black one. Turn that bitch backwards. He's out there right now with a Scully. So he's safe. But still, like, we had a lecture, dude. Like, bro, you really gotta watch what you wear out there. Down to the shoes, down to your socks. When I go out to LA, I gotta get a whole new pack of socks. I gotta get some black ones. I'm gonna get some white ones. No colors, zero. Don't do that. Or you a target like this girl right here.
Wait, calm down. Mama. Let me fight her. Wait. On your mama. Let me fight her.
I respect Ice Spice in this, but you a damn fool for this. You would have got popped in the street.
You want to fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch?
Like, I respect Ice Spice for standing up for herself, but you would have got popped if you kept going with that. You can't even wear gray? God, you can't even wear... Listen, yo, this is valuable information for me. You can't even wear gray? She got red hair, so she gonna get pressed by both sides. Oh, shoot. What's good, Alex? I see Exhibit Alex in the chat. What's popping? How you doing? Yeah, Ice Spice. Girl, you gotta be careful. You would have got popped easy out there. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, bro. No gray. That's crazy, bro. God, so it really just be like, I gotta get some more brown pants. I've been meaning to get more brown pants, but I gotta get more brown pants. I got a good amount of green. So it's literally black, white, brown, and green that you be safe with. That's crazy. That's crazy. Unless you chin with Ron, just like a Black Panther. Oh no, Ron, here's the thing. With all this like precautions, I 1000% agree with you. Cause when I was in LA, I stayed in downtown LA by myself. Straight vibes. Go to the hotel, park the rental over here, go up, fall asleep, wake up, walk outside, walk out the lobby, go get the whip, start driving. Like, bro, I had fun by myself. This was 2023. This was 2023 when I was out there for Complex Con in Long Beach. Straight vibes. Straight. Unforgettable. Loved every moment of it. So don't get it twisted. These precautions, they don't scare me. It just encouraged me to make sure that I'm moving right out there. That's it. So I'm ready. I just got to get the funds together so we can go for real. Oh my, I can't wait. I cannot wait, bruh. Damn, dude. I cannot wait, man. And I want to make sure that I have like the whole camera set up for when I'm live. So like I'm not going live off my phone. I'm going live off the camera. So I want to have that ready for when I go to Complex Con. So when I'm live, y'all get clear picture. So I want to make sure I make that happen too. Because that's going to be substantial. When I have the camera quality right and I'm in the convention center, man, I want to make sure I get all that done, bro. Even if I want to go live and we like whipping around. God. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. October, baby. Oh, my goodness. I'm so amped up. It's not even funny. I'm so amped up, bro. Listen, I can sacrifice the Chris Brown and Usher tour. As much as I want to go, I can sacrifice that knowing I'm going to be going to LA. I'll happily sacrifice that because y'all know me. Those are, like, when it comes to R&B, those artists for me, you can't say nothing to me about Caught Up. You can't say nothing to me about You Don't Have to Call. You can't say nothing to me about Confessions. There's not a single thing you can say to me about Superstar, Moving Mountains. Nothing. I'll sacrifice that tour knowing I'm going to LA, bro. And the funniest thing, the 2 tour dates for Toronto for that tour, the Chris and Usher tour, is literally August 11th and August 12th. And then 2 days later is August 14th, my birthday. That's crazy. That's crazy. But listen, I can put that one to the side. I know that's a moment in time, but I can miss that one, knowing I can catch that flight. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying right there. Damn. But Ice Spice, girl, you a damn fool for what you did. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yo, that's crazy. How long I've been streaming? An hour and 45 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes I've been streaming. Hour and 45 minutes. Damn. I technically have one more video. Why are all the CB and Usher friends mad in Philly because they canceled on us, but don't know it might be due to the World Cup? I believe it's possible. With the World Cup right there, it makes sense. Nah, they canceled in Philly. Not like they canceled a tour. They only canceled in Philly. This nigga gonna be at the SoFi show? Oh, jeez. Damn. I know it's gonna be up in LA when they get there for sure. Damn. This thumbnail is insane. I'm sorry. This dude's in his whip. Alright, now we gotta make a decision. I got one more video. I got one more video, but I don't know. You know what? Here, I'm gonna do the video. All right, so I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna be back. And then we're gonna do the last video. It's a Jay Nolan video about Ticketmaster. So, give me a sec. I'll be back. done, right? One and done. Let's make it happen. God damn. All right. One and done. Let's talk about Ticketmaster. Oh, okay. Let me hit the record button. So this is going to be the last one for today. But this one's going to be an important one. I know for a fact when it comes to the weekend, I'm probably going to post this one for Sunday. Just so I can put videos out during the weekends. So that's that. But this is important because we've seen the Ticketmaster prices for years. We've seen the scalpers, the bots, everything. Turns out this was all a part of their plan to milk money out of the consumer base. It's just funny because when you think back and you look at the prices that you see, how be like $2,000, $1,000, or $1,500 for floor seats, and it's like you'll never get those tickets. What's going on right now with Ticketmaster being exposed for the BS practices that they be doing with other companies to maximize on their profit? It's disgusting. It's disgusting business. All right. So to witness all that, knowing we couldn't do anything, it was unfortunate. But today, apparently, based on the title that we have here from Jay Nolan, Ticketmaster and Live Nation busted for illegal monopoly on concert industry. So with a title like that, that's gonna bring me right here. So I don't want to waste no more time. Let's dive in with this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Let's go ahead and see what kind of nonsense Ticketmaster and Live Nation be getting up to. Because to be busted for illegal monopoly on concert industry, that's big. And this could change concert going forever.
It's the kid Jay Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. Hey, man, we got to get into this whole Live Nation Ticketmaster thing. This has been a long time coming, and they have just been found guilty for having an illegal monopoly over the concert industry. This is something that's been happening. This has been going on for years, decades, and finally, after I think they had a trial for about 4 days in court, they've now been found liable, aka guilty, for this monopoly. So this is gonna be very interesting. Now, couple things. They could possibly break up the merger between Live Nation and Ticketmaster, because they were supposed to be separate entities, but they came together and basically knocked out all of the competition, knocked out all of the small ticketing platforms, bought out all of the venues. And a lot of venues they couldn't resist because they didn't have the funds to survive coming out of COVID. It's just been a nasty, messy game. The fucking ticket prices have priced people out of seating. Resellers taxing double, triple, quadruple the price of the seating has been ruining the concert game. The experience outside of people just enjoying themselves live at the show, everything else has been a shit show for quite some time as it pertains to the concert industry, not to mention the predatory deals that artists accept just to be able to get out on.
Some of the scalpers be working under Ticketmaster. Like Ticketmaster would hire people to buy the tickets and then upsell them so that they can get a return. They will find companies out there. They will go and hire companies to do the job of what consumers are supposed to be doing so that they can make more money and be washing the consumers of their bank account like what they do year after year. Like, I mean, look at Coachella alone. People take out loans to go to Coachella or Rolling Loud. That's crazy.
Stage and entertain their fans, although it puts them into either debt or situations where they're going to be touring forever just to make back what the company gave them up front. All of it is a bit of a sham. But now we're in the early stages of trying to reverse those effects, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read an article, and I'm also going to play some video from the news of them talking about this. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to play the video first, and then we'll get into the actual text in just a moment. But it would be too big of a story, too important in the music industry, no less, for me to not talk about this in some capacity and shed light to it for people that may not be aware. All right, so this video here, oh shit, the hell was that? Is from NBC News. Breaking: jury finds Live Nation liable in antitrust trial.
Breaking news, a verdict has been reached in the antitrust trial against entertainment giant Live Nation. A jury found Live Nation unfairly created a monopoly over the ticket market. The jury reached its decision on the fourth day of deliberations. Live Nation settled with the Justice Department and several states back in March, but more than 30 states did not settle at that time, and they continued forward with this case. Let's bring in NBC News business and economy reporter Ali Canal, and NBC News legal analyst Misty Maris is with us as well. Ali, I'll go to you first because we are just getting all this in. What essentially has gone down here with this jury? It looks like they're finding again and again and again against Live Nation.
Yeah,
and Ticketmaster.
Live Nation, which is a parent company of Ticketmaster, found liable on every count. And the big one was that it maintained monopolistic power over the live ticketing industry. So this was a really high stakes antitrust trial, especially considering that the Justice Department settled with Live Nation just last month. And a lot of legal experts who I spoke with about this case, they said that what happened with that DOJ settlement, that would likely set the floor of what we could see remedy-wise with this state case. So we have the jury saying that Live Nation has operated as a monopoly. A judge will then go and decide the remedies, and then we'll know what changes that Live Nation has to do. And as a reminder, after that DOJ settlement, they had to make certain changes to their business, like capping service fees at 15%, divesting some of those Live Nation-owned amphitheaters. But this is just going to be a big moment when it comes to the future of how this company operates.
Well, I want to ask Misty about that because, you know, this, as we said, is separate and apart from what the Department of Justice did. But now you've got all these states winning here. So could this mean even more change for Live Nation? Could this mean they have to structurally change the way they do business?
It absolutely can, because that's the next step. The judge will make a decision on whether or not, with respect to these monopoly claims, which they're found liable across the board on all four. That's the federal law that says you cannot have a monopoly that stifles competition. And because they were found liable on those claims, the judge will then make a determination at a future hearing about what remedy would rectify that. So the question is, will it be structural remedies, which means possibly breaking up the companies, or behavioral remedies, changing to the way the business operates? The DOJ has settled, but that doesn't mean that more isn't to come. And then it's also important to note, so this is separated into two different types of claims. You have those federal Sherman Antitrust Act claims, and then you have state claims brought under state consumer frauds, legal theories. So that all played out in court, and we have liability essentially across the board on this.
And so Live Nation could probably almost certainly will appeal, right, Misty? Is that expected?
There's no question that Live Nation, Ticketmaster, they're going to appeal. This is going to be tied up in the appellate courts for likely years to come. And during that time, that consent decree is what we call that agreement between the DOJ and the states that decided to settle Live Nation and Ticketmaster will go into effect. So there'll be a question about, by the time this plays out in the appellate courts, what else needs to be done, if anything?
And Ali, for people sitting at home thinking, all right, I bought tickets through, you know, Ticketmaster, Live Nation, Is anything going to happen for all those customers who, have spent so much money on tickets?
I wish I could say yes, that means they're going to have cheaper tickets, but the more likely scenario is that whatever remedies we do get, this is going to take a long, long time to play out. And also, this case was really focused on whether or not Live Nation has maintained a monopoly in this market, not really about those high ticket prices.
Yeah.
And you also have to remember that the unregulated secondary resale market, that's usually the culprit when we look at these higher prices. So still a lot more to come. But if this does create more competition, that in theory could lower prices for fans over time.
Misty, could this open up Live Nation's Ticketmaster to more legal action?
Yeah, you certainly could see other legal theories coming into play. And what I think is so interesting about this case, because it went to a jury, right? So these were individuals who made this determination. And this is a super complex
It's so
case.
confusing.
It's so complex. And the amount of questions.
No, it's not. It is not complex about this whatsoever. It is straightforward. This is open and shut. All you gotta do is prove the facts that you're trying to nail them for, and you should be all right. There's nothing difficult about this whatsoever. I'll tell you that.
Questions that the jury asked leading up to this verdict to review extensive amounts of testimony, experts, executives. But what the states boiled it down to, and what their attorney said in closing arguments, was this comes down to the strategy behind their dominance, and was that stifling competition. And they used internal documents and statements made by executives to say, we don't have to tell you. Listen to the things that they said when nobody was watching. And I think that might have been particularly effective for this verdict.
And the state's case was really strong, I think, up until the end here. That's what a lot of legal experts who I've spoken with have said. So the fact that we have this verdict now, a lot more to come.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news.
All right, so the ramifications of this situation are TBD. We'll be staying locked in and, see how this works, what happens in the long term. As you saw, they discussed Live Nation is definitely going to appeal this decision, appeal the liability that they're being held responsible for, any consequences that are going to come on the back end of that. The judge still has to figure out what those ramifications and penalties or whatever is to come is going to be. We don't know what that is. So I'm over here on Rolling Stone, and they say Live Nation operated as a monopoly, jury finds. Consequences could range from heavy monetary damages to a possible breakup of Live Nation and Ticketmaster. Okay.
Before he even starts, I need to say this real quick. What's going on right now with Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and all that? This is not only going to change ticket prices forever. The ticket prices are definitely going to go down, which is going to make it a lot more interesting for artists when they're on stage. Because they're definitely not going to be making the money that they used to make because of Ticketmaster. Because the thing about the scheme is that the artist got paid. So, selling your tickets through Ticketmaster and all that, you're getting a good payment when you do live shows. The bigger the stadium, the bigger the show, the more money you're going to get from it. So it's going to be a lot more challenging to actually have quality pricing. And to be honest, I think they're going to still maintain the pricing, because even though the price is going to drop, at the end of the day, it's up to the team of the artist to put the price out for them. So even though this might bring down the prices a little bit for a lot of shows, the teams for any kind of artist, regardless of who it is, they set the pricing. When they set that pricing, it's going to be high now. So it's going to be a new challenge. Because they want to make the same money that they make year after year when they go on tour. There's no way you're going to have floor seats for $100. That's blasphemy. You're making no money at that point. In fact, you're losing money at that point because of all the money that you spend on putting on this amazing performance. Right? And I'm not looking at like a Rolling Loud. I'm not looking at a Coachella, because that's different. I'm talking about like individual shows. So it's going to be interesting to see. But the process is straightforward. Like I said, it's going to be a long process, but it's still going to be straightforward because Like I said, all you got to do is stack your facts so that you're going to win. That's all you got to do. No challenge. The only challenge is, do you have the actual facts? Do you have the paperwork that's going to prove what you're going to be talking about? That's the only challenge. If you don't have that, well. But cheaper tickets will fill out the seats quicker. Connor, I don't disagree with that, but the problem is the tickets are cheaper for sure, but the artist, the team does not want those tickets to be cheaper because they want to make sure that their payout is also substantial at the same time when it comes to these shows. The whole point of being an artist is to have the show, because that's where you make the most money. When you have a show and you're selling merch and everything, that's how you get the most money, period. You can sell vinyls all day long. If you're not going on tour, you're not making no real money. That's the whole point of artists having live performances. Like, look at Chris and Usher alone. Those two artists going on tour together, you're getting a treat. You're getting your money's worth. I've been to Chris Brown's concerts at least 3 times already. I've been to 3 different concerts. I went for his Breezy album concert. I went for 11/11, and I went for the 20th anniversary concert. Him celebrating 20 years in the industry, dominating year after year. So you're getting a treat. You're getting your money's worth. Now, when the price goes down, the performance quality could go down too. When you think about that, the whole point of the tickets being high is so you're getting a show. That's the whole point. You can't stand there with zero pyrotech, whatever, no fireworks, no bright lights. You just want the artist to stand there on the stage with just no lighting, no TV, no LEDs, nothing. Nah. All that is, you got to pay for that. So it's not just going on stage and performing. What are you performing with? So it's going to be interesting to see what the prices are going to be in the future. Now, for superstar artists, you're going to get superstar prices, but there are going to be moments where there's going to be some cheap tickets out there for sure. So moments like that are going to be interesting. You know?
Live Nation has been found liable in its blockbuster antitrust trial, a remarkable verdict that has the potential to completely reshape the live entertainment industry, per the New York Times. The jury deliberated for 4 days before deciding that the company operated as a monopoly that broke antitrust laws. The more than 30 states suing Live Nation and Ticketmaster were ultimately able to persuade the jury that the company constituted a monopoly with their dominant positions in ticketing, concert promotions, and venues. They have everything all under one house. They knocked everybody else out. You come to us. We the only dope dealers in town. We got the garbage dope, but if you're smoking it, you're going to have to get it from us. Now, we might give you a variation. We might even let a little nigga out here sell a little something and make you think that you got other options, but he with us too. Type shit. Okay? The states argue that Live Nation used threats and retaliation to cajole artists. Threats and retaliation to cajole artists and venues into their services. Now that part, I would love to know more about that. Retaliation and threats. These included allegations that Live Nation would withhold its lucrative concert tours from venues that didn't sign exclusive deals with Ticketmaster. I do remember that being an issue. Or that artists would only be allowed to play Live Nation-owned amphitheaters if they also used the company's concert promotion services, which I find to also be very interesting because what promotion do they have to do? All they do is announce the fucking tour. They may do some advertising here or there on a couple websites, Rolling Stone, Billboard, whatever. But basically the artist sells the fucking tour off their name, whatever album they have out, doing interviews. So why the fuck do I need to go through your promotion services? Why can't I hire my own concert promotion company? How about that? Nope. An exact punishment has yet to be meted out. And Judge Aaron Subramanian, I've seen that name before. Whoa. It's the same judge from the motherfucking Diddy trial. Shit.
Oh.
Okay. Let's keep this thing moving. But the consequences could range from heavy monetary damages to possibly breaking up Live Nation and Ticketmaster. It's also likely that Live Nation will appeal the verdict, meaning the case could continue for several more years. Reps for Live Nation did not immediately return requests for comment. Stephen Parker, executive director for the National Independent Venue Association, called for Live Nation and Ticketmaster to be broken up. National Independent Venue Association. That sounds like a union of some sort. Following the verdict. Live Nation should not be able to promote more than 50% of artist tours. Yeah. And the damages paid to the states should be remitted to the independent venues, promoters, festivals, and fans that have suffered under Live Nation's monopolistic reign over the last 15 years.
Doing that is crazy.
So that's what Stephen Parker has to say. Now, whether or not that's actually going to happen, whether that will be divvied up.
Just think about that real quick. Since what? So we're in 2026 right now, going back 15 years. You're in 2011. They've been doing this since 2011? Since 2011? They've been snaking people out their money? Yo. Just think about that real quick. And yo, this is why the price might not change. Everyone's used to the high prices. Like, people be selling out shows and the price be high as hell. So they already conditioned the people into overspending for tickets. So through that knowledge, it's like, bro, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like, look at the reality behind it. When you're conditioned to do something, it's gonna be hard to break out of that mindset. So the fact that you've conditioned consumers, you conditioned fans into paying ridiculous prices, but for an outstanding show because the performer is going to do what they need to do, that's interesting to look at. That's interesting to look at through my eyes. If you have a cheap show, it's going to be a cheap show. But the more you pay for the show, is the better the show going to be. All the performer got to do is do what he need to do. That's crazy.
To the venues, the promoters, the festivals, and last but certainly not least, the fans who spent the money, whose money is the ones circulating. Let the dollar circulate. Let the dollar circulate, motherfucker.
Crazy.
The verdict is a historic one and caps off the most significant effort yet to reign in the company that has dominated live music, sports, and other events for more than 15 years. Live Nation has faced legal pressure before, particularly the 2018 investigation into claims that the company violated the terms of a Department of Justice consent decree instituted when Live Nation and Ticketmaster merged in 2010, meant to prevent Live Nation from retaliating against venues that used other ticketing services, right? So there was supposed to have been an agreement that said that you can't retaliate against venues using other ticket services. However, we're seeing now that they're guilty of those retaliation tactics and basically forcing people to fall in line, or else they would have to basically go out of business. Senator Amy Klobuchar, a frequent critic of Live Nation, celebrated the verdict, saying in a statement that it confirms what fans, artists, and venues have known for years. Live Nation Ticketmaster is a monopoly that illegally abused its power to squeeze consumers and shut out competition. You shouldn't have to pay a small fortune to see your favorite artist in concert. Fans have long deserved better, she continued. This decision is a major step toward restoring competition and accountability in live events. Now, the court must ensure any remedy truly opens the market, and that means lowering prices, increasing innovation, and protecting fans, artists, and venues, not delivering another deal that falls short. Roger Alford, a law professor at Notre Dame and a former deputy assistant attorney general in the Department of Justice's Antitrust Division, tells Rolling Stone, after decades of trying to address Live Nation and Ticketmaster's abuse of monopoly power, we hope that those abuses will now end. This matter was settled in late 2019, with the DOJ finding that Live Nation had violated the terms of the decree. Of course they did. As punishment, the decree was extended by 5 years, and the language amended to more clearly state that Live Nation could not threaten or retaliate against venues that use another ticketing provider. Claims that Live Nation continued to do just that were a major component of the antitrust suit the DOJ brought in 2024. The state's victory is also notable for how the trial played out. After 1 week in court, the DOJ announced a surprise settlement with Live Nation that included monetary damages and concessions, which was actually kind of small. I think it was $53 million or something like that. They making too much to just give that.
The shakedown is crazy though, because think about it. Just think about this real quick. Looking at ticket prices for these concerts, right? Of course, a lot of people need to get paid. All right, the artist is not just taking away their cut. All right, the venue needs to take their cut too, so that they can pay everybody else. But watch this now. This is what I'm saying. These ticket prices can affect everything all the way down to the food. That's why the food be costing so much money, bro. And you can't say shit because you're paying for an experience. That's how they rope people in. That's how they let people know, hey, if you want to pull up, if you want to come in here and you want to have a good time, you're going to have to throw up some money. Because what you're witnessing right now is an experience. It's little cheeky ways on how to, like, get money out of people. Right? As long as the verbiage sounds nice, then they're going to pull up their credit card and do what they do best. They're gonna tap that credit card on the machine and say, you know what? I'm just going to hold it and pay it off later. Bro, this shit affects them all the way down to the food. So the same way how they be making money off of the actual concert, they're making money off of the food. So the fact that people, this is how they think. This is exactly how they think. Oh, since they paid all this money to get a seat, they can definitely pay a little extra more to get a drink, to get some food, to get a VIP experience. Just imagine the box seats. In a perfect world, if we're going through this moment, this can bring down the prices on the box seats. But they don't want that because that's going to be less money in their pocket, and that's the last thing they want in a society where literally everyone's broke. Yes, but here's the thing. Everyone's broke, right? But watch this. People still going to get the money. They're going to find the money. That's the thing about consumers. When they don't have it, they're going to find it if they really want to do something. That's the crazy thing. But going back to the experience, everything that is attached to the experience is going to have a high price just based off of the ticket prices alone. That's why when you go into these stadiums or you go into these arenas and you go get food, which is a terrible idea, by the way, never go to any of these places and get food because you're making yourself miss experiences and moments because you got to go to the bathroom because you wanted to feed yourself and not wait till you get out, then feed yourself. You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't have done that. But people are willing to buy that food, to get that drink, to get that beer in that little cup. They go get beer in a cup like this thinking they're going to be full. Bro, you're sitting in a 2-hour concert with this much beer, and now you want to get more, or you want to get another drink. Bro, don't get no food, don't get no drink. Bring an empty water bottle, fill it up. They got water fountains. That's why K-Dot did the Cash App option for his tour. $20. Yeah, $20 for water, for real. It's crazy out here. It's bad. But that's what it is. That's the business behind the concert. People are going to come. People are going to pay. All you got to do is provide. And that's it. What Ticketmaster was doing, a lot of people were getting fed. A lot of these businesses, these venues were getting fed. So who knows what's going to happen in the future? Will the price go down? Will the price stay the same? I'm banking on the price being the same because what's stopping the venue from setting prices? Tickets is one thing. What about the venue prices? Remember, people got to pay for parking too if you're going to drive. You're getting shaken down when you go to these joints.
Add up to multiple states involving ticketing and its amphitheater business. While 7 of the original plaintiff states signed onto the DOJ's terms, Attorney General for the rest rejected the deal, with some sharply criticizing the terms for not going far enough. In choosing to continue the case, the states hired outside counsel led by antitrust expert Jeffrey Kessler to take over the case with only 1 week to prepare. One of those state AGs, Letitia James in New York, called the verdict a landmark victory in a statement. For far too long, Live Nation and Ticketmaster have taken advantage of fans and artists by raising prices for tickets and stifling any competition that threaten their power. I'm proud to have led a bipartisan coalition of attorneys general in bringing this case and look forward to continuing our work to hold Live Nation and Ticketmaster accountable. The past 6 weeks of court hearings have offered a rare glimpse into the inner workings of the Live Nation and Ticketmaster, with troves of emails, internal messages, and even a few surreptitiously recorded phone calls being submitted as evidence. Would love to hear those. Arguably the most explosive piece of evidence to emerge were messages sent between 2 ticketing directors who bragged about robbing fans blind. Now, ain't that a doozy? And taking advantage of them. These are quotes. With high ancillary fees for things like parking. Yeah, parking be kind of ridiculous.
What did I say? They be getting you all the way down to the parking. All the way down. It's not $20 a spot. You be paying like $35, $40, maybe $50 to park. They be shaking you down as soon as you step foot into their space. That's crazy. Hey, in Toronto, never, and I repeat, never drive. Take the subway, take the GO train, or take a streetcar. Those are 3 options. Don't do no Uber, because Uber's going to get stuck in traffic. Take the public transit and go. Do the walk. The walk is worth it. You're better off walking than driving, because that's money out your pocket. That money could have went to merch. That money could have went to food if you were really that hungry, even though you should have ate before you gone to this place, so you don't have to worry about buying food inside. Bring water bottles, but don't drink too much. You drink the water when you're tired, because if the concert is that good and you're moving around, dancing and everything, you're going to need to sip on something that's going to nourish you. Bring an empty water bottle, fill it up. That's all you got to do. And that's even if they allow the water bottles, mind you. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It depends. But just be prepared. That's all I can say. The things you can do to save your money when you go there. If you really want to buy some merch, here, you got some extra money in your pocket to buy some merch. And you didn't waste that extra money on literally making sure your things are secured, i.e. your car. It's crazy to me, bro. And a lot of people not be thinking nowadays. They would just be going and be like, oh, I didn't even eat anything yet. I'm so excited I forgot. Listen, let me tell you something. The first Chris Brown concert I went to, that was at the Molson Canadian Amphitheater in Toronto, just by the Ontario place, by Lakeshore Road. that concert, we were sitting in the 300s, all right? Or was it the 400s? I think it was the 400 we were sitting in. But the area we were sitting in, let me tell you something. When you go to a Chris Brown concert, you're not sitting down. Let me just get that out the way. When you go to a Chris Brown concert, you are not sitting down. When you go to an Usher concert, you're not sitting down. They got too many hits for you to sit down. I went to the Chris Brown concert for the 20th anniversary. Every song this man played was a hit. He did not have a moment where a song wasn't a hit. This man is going through his catalog and the amount of hits he was playing. You be a damn fool to be sitting down. You got gangsters and niggas out they chair singing word for word to Chris Brown's songs. I remember it got so crazy. Bro, I left my seat because I couldn't dance in my seat. I had to go into the walking area to dance. But here's the thing. Bro, everybody's in the walking area dancing, going crazy, turning up. It's insane. That's when you're going to need a water bottle. That's when you're going to need something to drink. But don't buy it. When you go to a good experience, you're going to get treated right. But make sure you try your best to save as much money as you can and not put yourself into a hole that you should not be in.
Hey,
Connor, go to bed,
$50,
gang. Have a good night.
If not more, if you want to get the best locations. Live Nation said in a statement that the exchange absolutely doesn't reflect our values of how we operate. Yeah, the fuck it do. The trial also featured testimony from many top Live Nation executives, including CEO Michael Rapino. The jury also heard.
Damn, that sucks. That sucks. I ain't gonna lie. I remember I went to a couple concerts. I mean, we snuck water bottles in. But we had to sneak in empty water bottles. So we had to like crush them up type shit. And then you would just go through the metal detector. And then, hey, we just take out the water bottles and we will find like a fountain, fill up, just keep it pushing. I know that's what we did. Don't bring no tumbler. If you bringing a tumbler to a concert, bro, you might as well kiss that tumbler goodbye. We smuggled them in. We smuggled in the water bottles. So that's that. That's why I be talking about the water bottles, cause we be smuggling and smuggle them in. So we kind of know how to do that. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, it's a water bottle is not metal; it's plastic. You know. So shoot.
From major figures at LN's biggest competitors like AEG, SeatGeek, plus expert witnesses. Despite the major implications the trial had for the music industry and artists of all kind, none took the stand. Though Kid Rock, a frequent Ticketmaster critic, did appear on the original witness list. Fuck Kid Rock, by the way.
I'm dead.
And we did have Drake's manager, Future. And he was a witness in favor of Live Nation Ticketmaster because, you know, Drake continues to tour through them year in and year out. We saw leaked text of him talking to, what was that, Johnny Blaze, talking about how they had him in a slave deal, had him out there slaving.
That was an interview.
Or was that, no, it was actually audio. Excuse me, not just text, but audio.
Yeah.
So I find that to be suspicious as well. Gail Slater, the former head of the DOJ's antitrust division, who was notably ousted not long before the trial began, celebrated the verdict on X. Congrats to the mighty state AG coalition that stood behind this case. You made antitrust history today. You fought the good fight, you finished the race, and you kept the faith. The case also took on political dimensions as Live Nation lobbied the Trump administration over the suit. As part of its efforts, the company appointed Rick Grenell, a longtime Trump crony and former Kennedy Center president, to its board. And according to multiple reports, the company's lobbying team included former Trump aide and campaign manager Kellyanne Conway and MAGA influencer lawyer Mike Davis. Davis also helped lobby the DOJ to drop its challenge to the $14 billion merger involving Hewlett-Packard and Juniper Networks. According to a Wall Street Journal report, Trump himself even intervened in discussions that preceded Live Nation's settlement deal. After hearing about the case from prominent people, the president started to ask what was holding up a deal. A deal was reportedly reached at the White House on March 5th, a Thursday, but the court wasn't told until a hearing the following Monday, March 9th. Even some of the DOJ's own lawyers were surprised by the deal, while the judge, Subramanian, called the timeline absolutely unacceptable. Okay? So, at this current time, we don't know what's going to happen next. We are waiting on Judge Subramanian to come out and issue those penalties, those ramifications, what they will be held liable for, how they can remedy this situation, either by breaking up the merger or creating financial stipulations that they will have to pay out. Again, this is subject to be appealed, which could take years. So unfortunately for us as the consumer base, this probably will not get better anytime soon. It may take years before we actually see more fair pricing. I mean, when it comes to sports, when it comes to music,
That's if we get fair pricing. Sports alone, good luck. With FIFA coming around the corner for us here, if you would have seen the prices for them seats to sit down for the World Cup, man, you might as well take an Uber to space with the kind of money you got to put up for a seat, especially if you want to sit close. What? Take a Uber rocket ship, go straight up to the moon. You're better off paying for that than go and sit down at the World Cup. Jesus Christ. It's bad. It's bad out here. It's bad out here. Don't even get me started on this Canadian economy, bro. Like, it's going to make you see God.
When it comes to shit, if you like to go to the fucking rodeo, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
It's all wrapped up in some shit. The parking is even wrapped up in this motherfucker, man.
Food, nigga.
So I'm glad that they've come to some form of conclusion. I'm glad that this wasn't swept under the rug. I'm glad that they are being looked into much deeper.
Like I said, that's if the changes are actually made. Yes, price can go down, but remember who be setting the prices. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But this was a good video by Jay Nolan for sure. Good thing I left this one for last, bro. Golly. Y'all know I don't be liking reacting to long videos all the time because I be sitting here for hours on one video. So, hey, bro, I wanted to make sure that was the last video, but we did what we needed to do. We did what we needed to do for sure. Hey, W video, W convo. This is definitely going to be a good upload, good conversation to have. So, hey, man, at this point, it's in the ether, man. Who knows? But with the appeal going on with this, it's going to take a while for sure. This is not something that's going to happen overnight whatsoever. Just because they announce something is happening, just because they announce that these guys are busted, doesn't mean the changes are going to come following that bust. Pause. All right? So I just got to make sure I say that before we exit here. So, it is what it is. Shoot, at that point, we can go ahead and get up out of here then. Hey, man, I got work tonight, surprisingly. I want to see if I can wash some clothes before I go so I can have some nice clothes, fresh, clean clothes for when I got to work. So let's see if we can do that. Hey, W Stream, W Flex Mob, W Shadow Mob, W Mods, W Chat, W Members. I appreciate y'all for sure for pulling up and stopping by. Yeah. Ooh, I'm tired. What time is it? We've been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Jesus. But with all good things, it's going to come to an end. Saturday, Sunday, not going live, but we're definitely going to have some uploads. Oh, before I go, Monday, the changes that I've been talking about with the channel, that's going to be in effect. So I'm still going live, but what I'm going to do is that for an initial reaction covering videos, I'm going to try my best to have those uploaded before me going live. All right. I might set some as a premiere. So it's like you still have that live experience in a sense. Of course, I know the notification button be bugging and y'all not getting the notifications. That's a whole other problem in itself. But at least with what I'm doing with this process is that when I set things as premiere before I go live, you're getting the initial reaction. So that's the gift now. So when it comes to me uploading videos, when you get the upload prior to live, that's the gift. So you're going to see the initial reaction, be like, oh, this is okay, I see where we're going. And then when I go live, it's like afterthoughts. Like, I be doing that sometimes too when I be watching videos. Where I kind of go back and we watch something like that or something or anything like that. So yeah, those changes are going to start on Monday. I'm going to have an upload either as a premiere or just an upload. And then afterwards go live, talk about it some more, get into other videos, upload those videos on the back end. So I'm still doing like the reaction, recording kind of situation. So that's that. All right. But I want to make sure I say that now. So that when Monday comes and you see me have a video premiered, you understand why. All right. So I want to say that before I go, but at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You know Monday's 420, and you know I don't smoke like that. Shoot, that is technically a holiday, though. I might have to spark something. We'll see what happens. I might have to do the hot towel treatment or something like that, but either way, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm tired. My eyes are tired. I want to relax my body before I go to work. Try and get these clothes washed. So let's see what happens for tonight, all right? But with that being said, let's go ahead and get up out of here, all right? Flex Mob, Shadow Mob. Thank you, man. Real talk. Thank you. I appreciate y'all like always. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for pulling up to the lives. I know we in dark times right now, but hey, man. We still making it happen, you know. Shout out to the new short series. Listen, I hope y'all are enjoying those shorts. Proving Jay-Z wrong about breakdancing. Breakdancing is not dead. The breakdancing shorts, I really enjoy making those. I really enjoy finding moments that I've seen in the past. So this is good. I like this series. That's just another series to add to the content, you know. So I hope you guys are enjoying the shorts. All right, breakdancing is not dead. All right, we're going to be proving Jay-Z wrong. There's too many moments in breakdancing to say it's dead whatsoever. So shout out to every single breakdancer out there doing their thing. Shout out to every dancer out there doing their thing. Dance is a serious thing. Dance is one of the greatest sports on planet Earth because none of these athlete niggas can do what these dancers can do whatsoever. But a dancer can pick up a basketball and shoot. Now, can they shoot like an NBA player? No, because you got to train for that. But the same way how they train for their sport, a lot of people can't train like a breakdancer. They can't train like a dancer. It's different, I'm telling you. When you're in it, you understand it. But from the spectators, from the bleachers, when you watch them from the sidelines, you see the passion. You see the athleticism. You see just like the drive, determination. Like it hits different, you know. So I hope y'all enjoying that content. Definitely gonna have another one for tomorrow. I'm only going. Here's the thing. For that, I'm only doing one a day. For the breakdancing content, one a day. If things start to pick up, I'm going to be doing 2 a day. All right, I'll be doing 2 shorts a day if it starts to pick up or it's in demand. All right, so if y'all want to see more, if you want to see that in demand, y'all, you gotta engage with the content. You know what I'm saying? So, just want to say that everything I'm finding is S tier, by the way. Things you've never seen before. So it's going to be great, I promise. So expect more from that. All right. But with that being said. Man said, can we do another hour? Nigga, I'm tired. Oh my goodness. W laundry day. W shorts facts. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I'm tired. Stupid notifications not working. Got me fed up and stressed. It is what it is. You know the spiel, though. Take care, be well, be safe. Stay true, be you, live long, and long live. Peace. Have a great day. Have a great night wherever you are in this world. Thank you for stopping by. W all around to the mods, all the way down to the members, and to the people in the shadows. W's all around, all right? Don't forget to be an outstanding person. That's all I got to say. Peace. Happy Friday. Happy weekend.